All right. Well, welcome along. We are in a different aircraft here. Gonna go for a little spin over here. But I do fly it. I just don't always have as much video with it or sound and stuff. And so we're going to try the sound in this one to see how it works. We're going to taxi ourselves. Bravo. Turning left base, runway 16. Right, we're going to go a little tighter here. Wings are a lot wider. Yeah, if you can see that little tree off to the right, we stuck in pretty close to that, and then off or the left, I mean, and then Bravo. Turning final runway 16. Off to the right, we got all the cars. So this one I do have multiple videos. So one is set for Princeton, and I got one set for Malacca. So we're gonna taxi ourselves out the runway. Again, winds are coming out of the northwest. We will be taxiing down the runway, coming back. All right, well, we're gonna taxi down, and then we'll catch up with the audio then. All right, well, here we are at the other end of the runway. Got everything checked out. Everything's up in the green. One notch of flaps. Fuel pump on. We'll bring up the power. Release the brakes. There we go. RPMs look good. Airspeed's live. We are off the ground. All right, we'll drop the flaps. All right. Climber up. No. Two bumps out here today. Got it trimmed out. See a couple clouds moving in, but it looks still pretty nice out there. All right, we'll go bank here to the left. And in some altitude here, bringing her up. All right, we're going to turn down the downwind. All right, we're about up to about 1,000 feet or so over here. Bring back on the RPMs here. Trim it out a little bit. Not climb as much. All right, while we're up in the air, we're going to do some flying around. We'll catch you in a little bit. All right, well, welcome along. We're out here flying here. Solomon. And there we go. I got my finger in front of the camera there. But we're out here flying here. Just pretty nice out. There's a few bumps, huh, Solomon? Yeah, couple bumps. We're just taking it easy, just getting a nice ride out here, just in this area of the home base. So we're just getting some good flying. So, anyways, we'll a foot higher when you can see everything. Yeah. All right, you're doing good. All right, go ahead, go this way, straight west. So keep pulling back to get up about 1,000 or so. Yep. Your west and level. There you go. Yeah, your left hand would be on the throttle. I'll give a little bit more throttle here. There we go. And we'll climb up a little more.
There's the altitude
Right here.
right there.
I give a little more throttle, so we're climbing. Let's head straight west, so let's go to the left. You can kind of see the roads a little bit now. All right, well, welcome on. Here we are. This is the other view here, just switching the camera around. So you can kind of see it. Our gauges and everything. Got some more gauges, a few more radios and stuff over here. And as much you can see, we got shades and stuff up here and all that. So you don't have the same view out of the RV, but still got a pretty good view. You can kind of see everything we got around here. You got all the windows and everything. There's still a pretty good view. So, anyways, we'll come back when it's landing time, and we'll go from there. We're just headed back towards one way at home. So we're just headed back that way. Then we'll get in the pattern and we'll set her up for landing. So, and then we'll turn the recorder back on. All right, we are turning downwind for home base. Here we go. I got getting the plane slowed down a little bit here in a second. Now, this one does not fly as fast as the RV, so slow her down. We're gonna get her down. This one's in knots, so we'll get down to the knots here. Under 100 knots. There we go. All right, we'll start bringing the RPM back. Add one set flaps. All right. One more notch of flaps. We're going to get this down to 70 knots, which is about roughly 80 miles an hour. There we go. Fuel pump on, everything all set. One more notch of flaps. We're going to trim down just a little bit. Slow us, get us at the right angle of attack. And we're going to turn our base leg. We got full flaps. Slow it down. Checking the runway. Air speed up. There. We're going to look off to the right. Make sure there's nobody else coming on fire. Turn ourselves final here. Turn in just a little early in, and then line yourself perfectly up with the runway. And down on our altitude. Airspeed holding steady. The trim just a little bit. Got a little wind off to the east, so just apply a little bit of left rudder. That'll line us up. Just do that early, make it nice and easy. As we get down low, probably kind of relax that rudder pedal to keep us straight. A little wider wings on this, so we with the banks, we keep her right in the center. Or if there's high corn, same thing. Gotta stay in the center. There we go, nice and smooth. Down right at the beginning of the runway here. Down we go. Down. Go back just a little bit. And touchdown. We got a steerable nose wheel, so I just add my rudder pedals. I got plenty of runway here. I can turn my fuel pump off, adjust my stop. All right. There we go. We'll adjust this back up. hopefully I wasn't in too far of the way of the, kind of blocked the sun a little bit, but hopefully it wasn't too far in the way of the camera.
It was probably.
Okay. All right. We'll taxi back and we'll close up. Okay. All right. This is taxiing this one. The wings are a lot wider. So again, you gotta squeeze this thing back through here. So you can tell the mailbox is on the far side because my wing has to clip on the left here. That little that little tree there is kind of like my pivot point for my wing. So as long as it stays skinny like that, which it kind of has, it's got just a little taller over the years, but not too much wider. I take my right wing. I'll make sure you zoom back out. I don't know if you can see that or not with the camera, but my right wing, I'm close straight to that. I take the camera out and just point it. So tree. There we go. All right. So you can see right there. And then on my left wing, if you look off my left wing here, you see I got a truck over there. Taxiing right between the truck and that. And then I keep my that set up over there. All right. And then I just a little soft. So a little bumpy. It's actually, so just go nice and easy over all these bumps. And taxi back up.
Well, you have to take the Warrior out for a little spin. Nice little spin. Got Solomon to do a little bit of flying there, so it was a good time. Just gonna keep hydrated out here, even though it's nice and cold. Just want to make sure my, my water doesn't freeze. So it's actually keeping her warm, not too cold. So good stuff. All right. So, anyways. Hope you enjoyed the flight, and we'll catch you on the next one.